But I tell you what, folks, at least in this part of the country, the Midwest, the Southeast, see, we have to deal with the very worst Mother Nature can throw at the human race. See, on the West Coast, California, they don't have tornadoes, and they don't have hurricanes. That's just on this coast. Tornadoes occur in the Midwest, the Southeast. New England, like Vermont, Rhode Island, they don't have tornadoes. You've heard the expression, it's biblical, and your mother has said it. You've heard it. God never gives us more, or puts more on us than we can handle. That's how come he sends that stuff to us. He would never send a tornado to damn California. Hell, they just couldn't deal with it. That's why all they get, that's what I call silly weather, limp-wristed weather. Like mud, it's like mud, it's damn mud. Where else in America would mud be a natural disaster? Down here, we put big wheels on something and get out and play. By the way, you know, I joke about California, I tease them, but they're good folks. I've been out there, they have a great sense of humor. The main reason I don't go too often is the distance. To get to California and get back and stay on schedule, you gotta fly. Now, some of y'all may know already, I've had this lifelong fear of air travel. I don't mind flying, say, once a year, just to catch up on my drinking and my praying. To me, there's no such thing as a safe airplane. At 30,000 feet, if something comes loose and falls off, it's pretty much over. It's not like you can go, shh. Where's that noise coming from? I'm gonna pull off up here and see what that is. And they know it's not safe. That's why they overly brag about their safety features. They seem to be especially proud of their flotation seat. Every single flight, regardless of the destination, they talk about the flotation seat. Even got a video they show the passengers now, where it's located, how to use it, how to get to it, how to strap it on. That's going to save our life if they make an emergency landing in the ocean. And see, psychologically, if they know what they're doing, that makes us feel better just knowing that's on the aircraft. But then if we stop to think, I'm like, well, hell, I'm taking off in Georgia. We're going to be landing in California. There ain't no damn ocean. There has been so much talk in recent years about all this bad shape the country's in, the violence and this, and the kids out of control, and it's just out of control. It's just, oh, Lord, what we're going to do. Well, see, I'm one of those people that don't think that's a big problem. When the American people used to eat food and had eating habits the way our parents and grandparents did, our ancestors did, we were not a weak, sniveling population. In recent years, we've become a nation of pissers, moaners, and whiners. Everybody's a wuss. Everybody's sensitive, just sensitive. That's why the kids are out of control. As long as we ate greasy fried food, a lot of grease, we was in good shape. When we switched to rotisserie, the country took a dive. There's no men left in America anymore. When we cut off the grease flow to our brain, the backbone shrunk. We got men, grown American men, going out to lunch now, walking up to the counter and saying to the guy behind the counter, "Is that rotisserie?" I believe I can have a small piece if it's rotisserie. I can eat the skin. Is it skinless? Ah, damn. We got men, grown American men, whose idea of breakfast now is a banana and a muffin. A muffin, God help us, they're eating muffin. And you wonder why the country's out of control? Ain't nobody in charge. You know this, rotisserie was only available in fast food chicken places in this country just 6, 8, 9 years ago. You know that. But it's not a new food item. They've been eating rotisserie in France for 200 years. But France is a wuss nation. That's why we always have to fight their damn wars for them.
Some years ago, now you folks who have children going to school, we all know this, that little children can get in trouble these days if they show up in school with any type of dessert. If you show up in school, the public school system, with cookies, candy bars, pastries, brownies, soft drinks, you all know this, it's not allowed in school anymore. The kids just got sugar in it. Now, most Americans think that makes sense, but it doesn't. Think what we've done here. I'm going to repeat this now and listen carefully. Little children, school children, can get in trouble if they show up in school with a cookie or a candy bar. Now, I believe in progress because life does move forward. But some things in the past makes more sense to me. Here's what would happen years ago when a kid got in trouble. You go like this. "Ms. Jones, you need to get out here. Jason is in trouble again." Oh my God, what'd he do now? He showed up in school with 3 pornographic magazines. And he's showing pictures of naked women to all the other boys. And some of you older guys know that happened years ago. Pornography in school, you're in trouble. We got in trouble, big trouble. They probably got the ass whooping. But at least it was normal and it made sense. We're better off then than now. Now it goes like this, and we should all be embarrassed about it. Think about this. Here's what happens now. "Ms. Jones, you need to get out here. Jason is in trouble again." Oh my God, what did he do now? We found a Tootsie Roll in his locker. As Americans, we should be embarrassed. This slippery slope is going down very quickly. "Ms. Jones, your little boy is in trouble. We found a Tootsie Roll in his locker." Those are banned because Tootsie Rolls have sugar in it. Think about that. So I would say this to the soccer moms out there. The soccer moms and the nutless guys they're married to. Ask yourself this question. Think about this. Ask yourself this. What kind of little boy are you raising? What kind of little boy are you raising? What kind of man do you want him to grow up to be? A man who is attracted to naked women, or a man who scares of a Tootsie Roll? I got crazy kinfolks. Y'all have crazy kinfolks? I mean, we love them, but, you know, I got one now. Had lunch with him 3 days ago. He's bragging, always bragging about something. He's bragging about a brand new 6-quart crock pot. And he don't have it yet because he's got it on layaway. And he tells me, he acts like it's the greatest thing in the world. He asked me, he said, do you have a crock pot? I said, no, I don't have a crock pot. You ought to get one. I said, I don't need one. He said, here's what you can do with a crock pot. You can put a raw chicken in a crock pot early in the morning, turn it on low, and when you come home from work that evening, it'll be ready to eat. Ain't that something? And I said, that's good, but you don't work. Like, you're home all day, you know. The reason he's home all the time is because he's never had a full-time job, because I don't think he knows how to fill out a job application. Where it says nearest relative, he'll put 12 miles. In case of emergency call, he write in like 911. Just crazy people. But it's good to be here. By the way, I got here about an hour ago, and I saw some of y'all outside. They had food here today, but outside the studio. It was wonderful, wonderful food. As you can tell, I love food. I tried every diet that don't work. A diet that I hated the most. A few years ago, they had this diet called the Stillman water diet. The Stillman water diet. You had to drink 18 glasses of water every 24 hours. I lost 2 pounds in one day. My bladder fell out. But I love good food. Have you noticed that young people today don't know how to eat real good? Young folks, they're getting politically correct on what they eat. I work and travel with other comedians. Some of these guys, bless their heart, these are weird guys. I mean, they're 25, 30 years old. We always stay at the same hotel. They'll call my hotel room and they'll go, we going out running. You want to go? And I'm like, do what? We go run. You going? I'm like, no. But if you happen to cross a Krispy Kreme, you can bring me something back, you know. And I hate to go out to eat with them, especially, I love to go to the truck stops. And this is a true story that happened in Nashville just about, a year ago. They had me working with a 25-year-old comedian. We went to a truck stop, not a 4-star Mediterranean restaurant. This is a truck stop. We sat down, 2 comedians surrounded by truckers. Waitress comes over, big woman, not a lot of teeth. All this young guy wanted was a salad. Nothing wrong with that. But he asked this truck stop waitress, did she know whether or not any of those salad ingredients had ever been exposed to any type of pesticides? She said, well, we spray for roaches every now and then. I don't think none got on the lettuce. A few minutes later, she put the food in front of him. He looked at it. I didn't know it come with cheese on it. I can't eat that. I'm lactose intolerant. She said, honey, that's not lactose cheese. That's cheddar cheese. You see, I wouldn't make fun of these guys if they would leave the rest of us alone. But the ones I just described to you, they have the audacity to make fun of my food. They will point at my food and they'll go, do you know what that greasy food's going to do to you? I'm like, yeah, fill me up. I have to eat that way. I need to maintain my strength because I'm usually one of the pallbearers when my healthy friends drop dead working out. I love what they don't love. I love chicken fried steak, extra gravy, mashed potatoes, extra gravy. I was a grown man before I realized that gravy was not a beverage. Cornbread and a lot of butter. When I say butter, I eat real butter. You young folks, get yourself some real butter. Stay away from that phony stuff. You see it all the time. Heart healthy and smart balance and the popular one, I can't believe it's not butter. Well, hell, I can. They'll say, I can't believe it's not butter spray. Like, pss, pss. It's a butter mist. Pss, pss, pss. Trust me on this. If your daughter marries a guy who sprays his butter, there ain't gonna be no grandkids.
And hell, they just wait on it. Because I tell you what, folks, at least in this part of the country, the Midwest, the Southeast, see, we have to deal with the very worst Mother Nature can throw at the human race. See, on the West Coast, California, they don't have tornadoes, and they don't have hurricanes. That's just on this coast. Tornadoes occur in the Midwest, the Southeast. New England, like Vermont, Rhode Island, they don't have tornadoes. You've heard the expression, it's biblical, and your mother has said it. You've heard it. God never gives us more, or puts more on us than we can handle. That's how come he sends that stuff to us. He would never send a tornado to damn California. Hell, they just couldn't deal with it. That's why all they get, that's what I call silly weather, limp-wristed weather. Like mud's like mud, it's damn mud. Where else in America would mud be a natural disaster? Down here, we put big wheels on something and get out and play it. Now, you just have to trust me on this. All this happened beginning in 1983, and let me explain that to you. And you go to the library in the archives and look this up. In the summer of 1983, USA Today did a two-part cover story on the shortage of fiber in the American diet. This is a true thing. And they concluded that if you and I didn't start eating fiber morning, noon, and night, we was all going to get colon cancer and be dead by next Thursday. And like the blind sheep we have become, we just followed that hook, line, and sinker. And we all got scared to death to eat normal anymore. We had to have that fiber. Everything had to be all natural. Fiber, fiber, fiber. Had to have it. That's why we can't get anything done in this country no more. We're all day. While we're on the crapper, the Japanese are building cars. In Japan, they just it once a week. That's where they got that word bonsai. And we got scared of the food. Here's how scared we got. Started that whining about the law. Whine about the law. Whine. They ought to have a law. We need a labeling law. So that when I buy a can of goods at the store, on the label, there'll be listed everything that's in the can. I need to know before I buy it what's in the can. I need to know. That's why it takes the American people 5 hours to buy groceries now. It ain't the traffic, it ain't the checkout line, it's because you're reading that stuff. When you go to the grocery store next time, watch them. They'll just park the buggy. They'll park the buggy. They'll just park the damn buggy. Speaking of fiber. Oh, but hell, it's what you're used to. They'll park the buggy, they'll start to read it. Just read it before they put it in the buggy. Just read it. Just read it. I'm not a brilliant person, but trust me on this. If it says beans, damn it, it's beans. You know, people should laugh every day. It's good for you. The problem is you can't go out and see a comedian every night of the week. You people have got to learn to amuse yourselves. And I'm going to give you a couple of tips. Like, for instance, the next time you're the lead car in a funeral procession, make a wrong turn. Oh, what the heck? Lead everybody through a car wash. Hot wax for the bereaved. They like that, you know. And my favorite thing, you can do this anytime. The next time you're in the supermarket, put things in other people's buggy when they're not looking. And then get behind them in the checkout line. I swear, you'll see them, they're just like this, like. I don't remember getting that. Then they'll pay for it. Life is short, whether you live to be 80 or whether you live to be 40 or somewhere in between. In the total scheme of things we call this universe, life is short. You got to learn. I know people who will let early morning traffic congestion on the way to work ruin their whole day. With all the real problems in the world, that's a little bit silly, don't you think? Have a new attitude out there. You get bogged down in morning traffic, look at the man in the car next to you, give him a smile, and point at his wheel. He'll pull over and you can go right on through. Oh, man. Something I've seen all my life just got on my nerves some days ago. You ever be going down a 2-lane highway, you come upon a truck in front of you. And on that truck, there'll be a sign that says, wide load. First of all, why is the sign even there? If you was going down the highway and you come upon a wide load, wouldn't you just mentally say to yourself, well, doggone, there goes a wide load. But no, they always put a sign back there. Could be a law, I don't know. But you look closer and they're hauling a house. Listen to me, there's a 3-bedroom home going down the highway. Have you ever said to yourself, and I bet you have because I can tell that me and you think a lot. Have you ever said to yourself, who are these people? Why can't they be like the rest of us?
But you and I get ready to move, we get in the car, we drive around, we look for another house. What come over these nerds, huh? Had to be living at a place 10 or 12 years, sitting on the dinner table on a Sunday afternoon, staring out the window. They decided they were just sick of the view. Well, heck, honey, I'll tell you what let's do. Let's just load this sucker up. Imagine going to visit a friend, and not only is he not home, but his house is gone.
Is it just me, or does it seem like tornadoes in the news more than they used to be? I mean, every week there's a tornado somewhere. Of course, I'm from tornado country. I live in Georgia. And I know there's a lot of heartache, there's a lot of tragedy. We hate to see it on the news. But I got this theory I've come up with after a lifetime of watching news coverage or tornadoes. I believe there's a conspiracy to make those of us who live in tornado country to look ignorant on TV. Don't you find it odd that after thousands of tornadoes, thousands of destroyed homes over the years, they never can interview anybody that's been to the dentist? You have never seen on the evening news a tornado victim from a trailer park in a three-piece suit, a monogrammed shirt, going, yes, this was rather devastating. A tree fell on the Lexus, and there's quite a bit of rubble in our hot tub. I believe with all my heart that when a tornado hits, the news director at the local TV station, he tells his reporter, get out to the trailer park and interview a dumbass. And try to find one who's married to a fat woman. And hey, listen, have you noticed that everything's destroyed except for the produce sign? And the camera zooms in on that. Tomatoes for sale, spelled with an R. 45 cents a pound or £2 for $1. Now the whole world knows we can't spell, and hell, we can't add either. And here's the couple they interview. The husband, the head of the household, he's always real sickly, anemic looking, real frail, like 112 pounds. 108 without the belt buckle. Wearing a John Deere cap. Got that out of layaway. He's got a tattoo on a wooden arm. He saw a sign at the mall, tattooing while you wait. He said, hell, I ain't gotta wait. Got a tire gauge in his pocket. That's in case the trailer don't seem level. And he's wearing a key ring with 2 pounds of keys. What the hell is that all about? There's only 3 doors in this man's life. Truck, trailer, and tool shed. Now there it says next to his wife. His wife, God bless her, weighs 400. That's wearing those tight polyester pants. You know, little irrigation ditches and all. Why do they wear that? Don't they know how that looks? I know they're fat, but hell, they're not blind. How can a 400-pound woman put on tight polyester pants, then look in a mirror and go, all right? And she's always wearing... I just thought of this, I'm gonna throw it in. She's always wearing flip-flops. Because she thinks her feet are her best feature. And sadly, she's right about that. And she's always wearing a beeper. Let me tell you all about fat people and beepers. They should wear the old kind of beeper, the one that made a noise. They got these modern high-tech ones now. They don't make a noise, they simply vibrate. Well, trust me on this. If you weigh 400 pounds, you're missing calls. Really. You'll feel something, you'll just think it's sweat, you know. And what does the guy always say about the tornado? I thought it was a freight train. There's not a railroad track within 100 miles. But this rocket scientist thinks the locomotive just made a left into his driveway. Folks, look, I am not the smartest guy in the world. But I can tell you this, if I was sitting in my den at home and just thought that there's a train somewhere near my mailbox, my financial would be out of that. And by the way, let me give you a little tip too. You remember a few years ago when the tornado went downtown Nashville, Tennessee? It went right downtown. Tornadoes just don't go downtown. And to make sure that never happens where you live, here's what you need to do. On the outskirts of your city, put up a decoy trailer park. That'll be like cheese in a trailer. Our parents worried about kids, and see, I've got a generation now who don't worry too much about kids because they're into the animal rights stuff. They're worrying about birds and bugs. This is the generation that set aside 2 million acres in the Pacific Northwest for the spotted owl. Are you happy about that? Well, brace yourself. 2 million acres for an owl. A bird. It's a bird. It's a damn bird. It's a bird. And they tell you so. Oh, they'll be on the Larry King show. Just on the verge of tears. Oh, Larry. There's just not very many of those owls left. And I'm like, I'm like, so? When's the last time you walked into a pet shop and said, damn, you're out of aisle? It's a bird. Here's what finally sent me over the top with these people. 3 years ago in California, Southern California, Los Angeles area, they stopped the construction of a new highway project. Now get this, $180 million was total cost, like a highway spur. This big area here is congested, the highway spur is going to relieve traffic this way. Got 1/3 completed, that's $60 million of our money they spent, tax dollars, and abandoned the project when they realized that this new highway was going directly into the nesting area of the endangered, long-tailed kangaroo rat. A rat. A damn rat. I don't care what they call it, picture it in your mind, it's a rodent. Every generation until this one, for 400 years, would see a rat go, there's a rat, kill it. These buffoons were jumping up and down going, stop the highway, stop the highway. There's a rat in the road. I mean, it's a damn rat. They tell us that this rat needs 2,000 acres. So it'll have room to mate. And you think I'm going to act like and just pretend that I'm some kind of pseudo-intellectual and like, oh yeah, let me tell you something. No. As a layman, a very simple-minded layman, here's what I know. When it comes to the human species, 2 full-size adults can mate in the back seat of a Honda Civic.
And see, I think something else too. Don't worry about these celebrities. I'm so tired of these celebrities trying to tell you and me what our priorities ought to be. Save the environment. All these young couples now, they got 5 trash cans in their kitchen. They're so proud of themselves because they recycle. We recycle. They don't know where Junior is, but they know where the beer bottles fell. This is for cans, this is for plastic, this is for paper. Their lives are out of control, but damn it, they're going to save the earth. They do about these celebrity hypocrites. Next time you hear Barbara Streisand and those people talking about saving the environment, let's think about these people. They're the ones that went into Aspen, Colorado with their plastic teeth and their silicone and the bulldozers. And they uprooted trees that had been there for thousands of years to build their little 10,000 square foot weekend hideaway. Aspen is so congested now, they're trying to destroy Telluride, Colorado. Well, after these celebrities got all that built for themselves, now they're lecturing me and you on how to put 5 trash cans in our tiny kitchen to save a damn bush. Barbara Streisand can kiss my eyes. You know, so. And let's not worry about that spotted owl. See, you can't say these things at work. You can't, I mean, some of these things are in your gut you can't say. You may lose your job. That don't apply to me. I've already buried all the money I need. So I can tell you that I hope that damn owl dies. It's a bird, it don't do nothing. I'd like to be on the Oprah Winfrey show. Her said, Mr. Gregory, why did they invite you on the show today? I said, because I killed the spotted owl. Well, why did you do that? I said, because on my car.
It's a changing world we're living in. Now, oftentimes, these days, we don't even know our neighbor. We certainly don't know the couple 2 miles down the highway. We've now got strange people living in our communities. Damn strange. Like vegetarians. trust me, those buffoons are out there. And you can't spot them. Hell, they look just like me and you. And you have to rent to them. It's the law. Vegetarians can live anywhere they want to. Just like regular Americans. These are now your neighbors. So now when you have a death in the family, it's these health conscious people. And God bless them, they don't mean any harm, they just don't know any different. They're the ones that will show up at your front door in your time of grief with fruit. Well, hell, I'd just soon not lose a cousin. You know, I just don't understand vegetarians. I could be driving down the highway and see a cow in a pasture. I'll give it. But I have never, not once in my life, and neither have any of you, not once, ever heard a vegetarian go, I smell squash. You have a place of... I got. This right here, this right here is what got me really afraid to fly. If you go to the Bahamas, any of those islands in that area, they have these little commuter planes. Not like Delta's commuters. These things actually look like crop dusters. One propeller, they hold about 8 people, 10 at the most, and they have to know the weight of everything that goes on board the aircraft. And I had never been through that before. And the guy came up to me with a clipboard in his hand. He said, "Sir, how much do you weigh?" I said, "Why do you need to know?" He said, "So we'll know how much fuel to put in." I said, "Fill it up." I'll buy, fill it up. I weigh 600 damn pounds, fill it up. Wouldn't you hate to die in a plane crash because some fat woman lied about a weight? And hell, you know, they'll do it too. Like, well, I'd rather be dead and tell them how much I weigh, you know.
No, this is true. Now we respond to every tragedy in life with food. Could be a law, I don't know. A covered dish. We'll knock on somebody's front door and go, "Sorry to hear about your son-in-law. Here's some baked beans." We would come in for a minute, but Walmart closes at 12. And if I'm going to that funeral, I need me something real nice to wear. You know, I'll tell you something else about us Baptists. And I'm just assuming y'all are Baptists. Well, look, I'll prove it to you. I want you to applaud if you are Catholic. If you're Catholic, applaud. See? Not many. But we're glad to have you with us. And tell the Pope I said, hey. I know he's been in town this whole week, but I had to work.
You and I are supposed to pretend that we're concerned about the homeless. Oh, look. Well, yank. I don't give a rat's ass about them. I'm fed up with them. Here's what you can try. Next time you see the guy standing on the corner with that cardboard sign, I will work for food. You know the guy's been out there every day now for 3 years. Lucrative location. Won't you pull over? Open your car door. Say, hey, fella, I see your sign there. You'll work for food. I got an acre of land that needs clearing off. Hop in. He won't get in. I know, there's a guy a few blocks from my house, same corner every morning, almost for 3 months, getting on my nerves, really. So one morning when traffic wasn't too bad, I pulled over. He had this sign that says, I will work for food. I offered this guy an onion to paint my house. Yeah. He gave me the finger. So the homeless can be rude. You know? Hell, it was a Vidalia. And see, I tell you something else too. Don't worry about these celebrities. I'm so tired of these celebrities trying to tell you and me what our priorities ought to be. Save the environment. All these young couples now, they got 5 trash cans in their kitchen. They're so proud of themselves because they recycle. We recycle. They don't know where Junior is, but they know where the beer bottles fell. This is for cans. This is for plastic. This is for paper. Their lives are out of control, but damn it, they're going to save the earth. They do about these celebrity hypocrites. Next time you hear Barbara Streisand and those people talking about saving the environment, let's think about these people. They're the ones that went into Aspen, Colorado with their plastic teeth and their silicone and the bulldozers. And they uprooted trees that had been there for thousands of years to build their little 10,000 square foot weekend hideaway. Aspen is so congested now, they're trying to destroy Telluride, Colorado. Well, after these celebrities got all that built for themselves, now they're lecturing me and you on how to put 5 trash cans in our tiny kitchen to save a damn bush. Barbara Streisand can kiss my eyes. You know, so. And let's not worry about that spotted owl. See, you can't say these things at work. You can't, I mean, some of these things are in your gut you can't say. You may lose your job. That don't apply to me. I've already buried all the money I need. So I can tell you that I hope that damn owl dies. It's a bird, it don't do nothing. I'd like to be on the Oprah Winfrey show. Her said, Mr. Gregory, why did they invite you on the show today? I said, because I killed the spotted owl. Well, why did you do that? I said, because on my car. And you and I know nothing too. You and I are supposed to pretend that we're concerned about the homeless. Oh, look. Well, yank. I don't give a right slice about them. I'm fed up with them. Here's what you can try. Next time you see the guy standing on the corner with that cardboard sign, I will work for food. You know the guy's been out there every day now for 3 years. Lucrative location. Won't you pull over? Open your car door. Say, hey, fella, I see your sign there. You'll work for food. I got an acre of land that needs clearing off. Hop in. He won't get in. I know, there's a guy a few blocks from my house, same corner every morning, almost for 3 months, getting on my nerves, really. So one morning when traffic wasn't too bad, I pulled over. He had this sign that says, I will work for food. I offered this guy an onion to paint my house. Yeah. He gave me the finger. So the homeless can be rude. You know? Hell, it was a Vidalia.
And I think before I get started here, I'll just give you a update on some kin folks. Some of you know about this already. We all love our kin folks, but we have one or two we don't want to see too often. I got a cousin that way. I see him every 2 or 3 months. We have lunch, catch up on times, you know. He's always bragging about something. In the past year or so, he's been bragging about getting a brand new 6-quart crock pot. He don't have it yet. He put it on layaway. He goes on and on and on about that damn crock pot. He'll ask me, he says, he'll tell me about the crock pot like I don't know about it. He says, here's what you can do with a crock pot. You can put a dead chicken. He could have just said chicken. You can put a dead chicken in a crock pot early in the morning, turn it on low. And when you get home from work in the evening, it'll be ready to eat. Ain't that something? I said, yeah, but you don't work. I said, hell, you're there all damn day. He goes, well, I'm just saying, yeah. For as long as I can remember, he's never had a full-time regular job, you know. He don't know how to fill out a job application. Whereas his nearest relative, he'll put 12 miles. In case of emergency call, he'll write in like 911. See, he gets that attitude. His whole family is crazy. Have you folks ever been around people who will talk back to the television? Ah, damn. His dad, my uncle, God rest his soul, would do that. Remember back in the 80s, there's a popular TV show called Knight Rider, the talking car. That was my uncle's favorite show. The minute that show started, he'd go, I'll bet you a dime to a donut that somebody else is doing that voice. I'm like, oh, you reckon? Our Miss Piggy would come on the TV screen. He'd go, I bet you that's not a real pig. A real pig wouldn't wear a dress like that. And I will tell you this, and I'll move on. This may not be funny, but I'm going to tell you anyway. My cousin, he loves jalapeno peppers. And so do I love hot peppers. But he calls it jalapeno peppers. He'll say to a waitress, do y'all have jalapeno? You mean jalapeno? No, damn it, jalapeno. That's right. He will point to that jar of pepper. He says, see right there? That's a J. That's jalapeno. And I made the mistake of trying to explain that to him. I said, I know it's a J, but it's pronounced with an H. It's like the word Jose. The word Jose is Jose, but it's pronounced with an H. He goes, that don't make no damn sense. If that made sense, then Jello would be hello. It's just like it just gives you a damn headache. But he gets all that from his father. This was years ago. We've all been told, this is common knowledge, that 75% of all fatal car accidents usually occur within a 20-mile radius of where we live. When he heard that, he moved. He said, that ain't gonna happen to me.
This right here, folks, is the day that I learned the reality of how dangerous a plane can be. I learned this in the Bahamas. They have the planes that just go island to island, very short trip, like a 20-minute trip. And they actually look like crop dusters more than anything. They got one propeller. They only seat about 8 people, 10 at the most. And they have to know the weight of everything that goes on board the aircraft before the plane can take off. And I had never been through that before. And a guy come up to me with a clipboard in his hand. He said, "Sir, how much do you weigh?" I said, "Why do you need to know?" He said, "So we'll know how much fuel to put in." I said, "Fill it up." I'll buy, fill it up. I weigh 600 damn pounds. Fill it up. Wouldn't you hate to die in a plane crash because some fat woman lied about her weight? And hell, they'll do it too. Like, well, I'd just soon be dead. Just tell him how much I weigh. You know?
If somebody in our community died, even if we didn't know them real well, we take food over because they were neighbors. It's a changing world now, especially in big major cities where people don't even know their neighbors anymore. We now got strange people living in our communities, real strange, like vegetarians. Trust me, those fools are out there. And you can't spot them. They look just like me and you. And you have to rent to them. It's the law. Vegetarians can live anywhere they want to now. Just like regular Americans. I know you're sitting there right now, you're probably thinking, well, so what? I'll tell you why so what. If things keep going the way it's going, eventually, you're going to end up living right next door to a vegetarian. Then what you going to do when you need to borrow some fat back? I just don't like vegetarians. Nobody does. You know why? Because they think they're so special. Especially when you first meet someone. That's the first thing they want you to know about themselves. Now, here's something you need to know. I don't eat meat. I'm like, well, bless your heart. I'll pray for you. But I don't have time to talk about it right now. I'm on my way to Longhorn. And you know what? Now, I could be wrong about this, but I don't believe there's any such thing as a 100% vegetarian. I don't believe it. I believe they cheat. I believe they sneak around. I believe that. They're liars. There's no such thing as a total vegetarian who don't eat meat. I don't believe it. You can't convince me that one of those supposedly vegetarians, male or female, has never ate a weenie. Think about that. Y'all got real quiet. What kind of weenie you think I'm talking about? I'm talking about hot dog.